Good morning. Hey, you guys. Welcome to Caroline's Table. Today, well, first of all, look at this. Look at these gorgeous peonies. Can you even believe how beautiful this is? Hey, Judy. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Marie. Hi, Jill. Friends are joining. We are looking at the most beautiful peonies. I can't. We're gonna do this for the next 30 minutes. It's just look at these flowers. I mean, that would be enough, right? Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, welcome to the show. We are here today at Caroline's Table, and I got these gorgeous peonies over the weekend from my best friend. I was celebrating her birthday, but she brought me flowers because that's just kind of the gal she is. And you know what? Most every woman I know will say, well, peonies are my favorite flower, as though it's a unique choice. It is the most beautiful flower. Fight me. I mean, there's no way that I know every flower when it's in bloom is unique and special, but she's just a little bit more special. And I was thinking about it. There were many times when I was young that I would wish that when Bruce was bringing me flowers that he would know exactly what kind of flowers I liked, or, well, I don't like it when they have, those ugly filler flowers in it, or I don't like this kind of flower, or I don't like this kind of, and you know what? If you love a certain kind of flower, normalize buying yourself flowers. I think, obviously it is an extra thing in the budget that is easy to cut. And if you are needing to cut expenses, I totally understand when someone says to you, buy yourself peonies. That can be annoying. But if you are the kind of person who is consistently giving things to other people that you don't even think about, and you wouldn't buy yourself a beautiful few peonies when they are in their prime season like this, just normalize also treating yourself. A lot of you commenting on the hair today. You guys, this is the natural hair. You see it more frequently when we get close to when I need to color it. I am way overdue on coloring it, and somehow the curly masks the really gray roots. But this is my natural hair. I was a high school girl walking around Palos Verdes with these curls. It's not bad, I scrunch it, and it's fun. It's very Mystic Pizza, right? But hi, Dawn. Hi, Claudia. Thank you. Raina said, I love this thought process. My daughter brings me flowers. Every time she comes home from UGA, I have flowers in the house. Oh, that's so sweet. And you know what? That's a thoughtful daughter. But I was thinking about it. Suzanne was the one who told me, you need to have flowers in your home. She just always believed that fresh flowers bring a lot of life, and it does. Look at it, just brings this incredible nature into your home. And of course I would think, well, yeah, maybe you can have fresh flowers all the time, but if I'm having people over for dinner, I won't think twice about spending quite a bit of money on good cheese or good ingredients. I won't think twice about that. And why wouldn't I, and listen, you can go to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or any of our grocery stores carry these now. When you see them, these started as these tiny little balls, and you think, are those even going to open? And they do. The way you keep peonies fresh, like every flower, you want to make sure that you don't have any of the leaves in the water, because that creates bacteria in the water. So you always have to trim off any leaves. And then they do like fresh water every day. So I'm gonna give these a cut and give them a water. So you always cut these on a 45-degree angle like that, because that helps for more water to get into the stem there. So I'm just gonna give these all a little trim. And fresh water. You can extend the length of peonies by putting them in the refrigerator. You have to have a pretty big refrigerator to fit them in there, but that is one way to, it kind of stops the blooming during the day and just keep them out of the direct sun. So let me just put a little fresh water in here. And if you want them to open more quickly, a little warm water is the ticket. Oh, can you even believe it? Well, you don't have to miss seeing my live shows anymore, Tainik. I'm on Monday, usually with Wellisaire, Tuesday here, and Thursday I do my cooking show. So you can join me on all of those shows. Okay, so fresh water. I got these flowers on Saturday, and I mean, they are putting on a show. So, hold on, let me just clean her off a little. What happened to my eye? You guys, I have been getting these broken blood vessels in my eye, and I don't know why. I had one a couple of weeks ago, and on Friday, I was looking in the mirror and I was like, oh wow, it's almost gone. Literally 2 hours later, I had a brand new one. I don't know why it's happening. I have 100 feet of peonies on the base of my property. I love them too, but darn, I love most flower. Tracy, that's amazing. When I'm on the East Coast and I see peonies growing wild on the bush, I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy. This is where they actually grow. And when we were in Italy, at that gorgeous garden that we went to, the peonies were growing wild on the vine. Yeah, amazing. Rub castor oil on your eyelids only at night, then go to sleep. Castor oil is kind of a cure for everything, right, Francesca? Especially if you're Italian. Oh, Nancy said she's going to DM me after the show. Okay, good. See, you guys are... This is how we share information. A lot of you asking for my curly hair routine. It is a combination of styling gel and a setting serum, and then you have to have a lot of water in it, and then you scrunch it from the bottom like this, and then I use a diffuser on it, but it's all about making sure that the curls don't separate too much and get frizzy. And when they get frizzy, then you just have to put more water on them. Sandra said peonies are perennial, so if you plant them once, you can have them forever. Oh, I love that. How's your blood pressure? It could affect your eye. My blood pressure is good. It's low. You know, I was playing pickleball that day, and you know, I will hit that ball. And maybe it happened when I was hitting the hell out of a bar. Get your eye checked. Could be an eye strain or an allergy, but please get it checked. I do have regular eye checkups. I've been going in every year to have my eyes checked for many years, and I know a lot of people don't do that. Eye health is something that's covered in my insurance policy, and they also cover a certain amount of money towards sunglasses. So when I was younger, I used to go because then I could get a big discount on nice sunglasses, but now I go because I have contacts. So now the money goes toward my contact lenses. You guys, I want to do something fun today. Well, I hope it's fun. You know, when I do my cooking shows at Caroline's Table, that is on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And a lot of you comment on how dirty my pans are. I never think of them as dirty. I think of it as patina. And when you have chef's pans, they last forever. And I've never minded the patina on my chef pans because that's what happens when you're an actual cook and you use your pans. But some of you who are really clean would never want your pans looking like this. So I'm going to do a totally natural method today and see if we can clean this pan. This is my all-clad braising pan. I use it all the time. You guys have seen me make so many delicious meals in this pan. Well, this is the burnt on, I mean, listen, it doesn't bother me, but I've seen this demo on the internet and I wanted us to try it together. So what we're going to do here, I'm just going to make a little space. You're going to take, I put a rag down. You are going to take your pan. I'm going to start with some coarse salt. Hi, Rebecca. I'm going to put the coarse salt down here. You don't have to use the coarse salt. It's kind of an extra step, but I have this really nice pretzel salt. This really just makes me want soft pretzels. I haven't made that for you guys in a while. Should we make those soft pretzels? Oh, they're so good. We all have our vices with like things that we like. I love soft pretzels. You know why? It's because of the salt. I love salt. I like the patina. Shows what a good cook you are. Well, Kim, it may be gone here shortly. Let's see. Okay, so I'm doing a layer of salt. Now I'm going to do a layer of baking soda. Roxanne, Barkeeper's Friend, this is a little too baked on for Barkeeper's Friend. But let's see. Okay, a New Yorker down south also wants a pretzel. Okay, so now I'm using baking soda, and you're gonna coat this. I don't know how I'm gonna do the sides, guys. How's it gonna hold on to the sides? I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, a good coating of baking soda. Then dish soap. Now, this is not like a toxic dish soap, so I'm not sure it's gonna work. It would probably work better with something that had stronger cleaning agents in it, but we'll see. Okay, dish soap. Now you take paper towel, and we're gonna cover it in, I'm gonna do 3 layers. Okay, now white vinegar. I always have a jug of white vinegar because I do use it for cleaning. So a nice big jug of just white distilled vinegar. You can also use lemon, but you know, lemons are kind of expensive. Okay, and now we're going to just soak this with the white vinegar. Ooh, I can hear it. It's activating. Activate cleaning 35 years of patina from my pan. All those good memories. Okay, I can hear this cooking away in there. So the baking soda is reacting with the vinegar. Can it take on 35 years of patina? We shall see. It has to sit now for several minutes, but we have plenty to chat about until then. Thank you, Isabella. There's a lot of discussion about the naturally curly hair. You guys, I have so much gray right now. It's really, look how much gray. But you can't tell when I have all these. It distracts. And you know what else it's good for? Covering up my bloodshot eye. I thought you were making pretzels. Well, Joyce, everyone's talking about the pretzels because I'm using my coarse salt, my pretzel salt for, do you have hair extensions? I do not. I have long, natural hair, naturally curly, and okay, so did you guys have a nice weekend? Did you have some relaxed time. I hope so. We had a super busy weekend. We were with you guys on Thursday, and we made our Memorial Day barbecue menu plan. And so many of you reached out and told me to use the recipes. I love that. I had a ton of people get the recipes off of Substack, and I loved that. And a lot of people sent me pictures that they made the food, which is always great. One of these Tuesdays, you should do a Q&A. Soup Lady of California, I'm here. We're doing the Q&A. You can ask me anything you want. So this is where I then on Sunday went to my family's, my sister Anita's, and actually made that menu again for everyone, and it was super fun. Are you going to go gray blending? I've definitely been targeted for the gray blending. Everything on my Instagram is talking about gray blending. And no, I'm not gonna be gray blending right now. I don't know, maybe I could try on a wig with gray hair and see if I like it. I think I'd have to be like one of those ladies with big black sunglasses and red lipstick and gray hair. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, Vinny ate out and shopped for the weekend, nice. Those of you who have been asking about Wellis Air, you know, our kickoff summer sale that ended yesterday with the huge discounts, we extended it to today. So if you still want to get those bundles, you can get 2 units for $5.99, and you know, 1 unit is $5.49, and you can get 3 units for $7.99, which gets your per unit price down to $2.67. Lisa said, I made your flank steak with pico de gallo. Oh, amazing. How was it? I hope it was great. A lot of you saying, don't do it. Don't do the gray blending. Okay, I won't do the gray blending. Where are my gloves? Okay. I just want to give this a little smushy smush and see how my travel plan info. I know you guys are so eager. We, you know, in order to launch the information, we actually have to build a whole website to put everything on there so you guys can access it, look at everything, and then have the forms. So it's a little, it's just a little more work than we expected. So same dates, we've got the dates, and we haven't forgotten about you. In fact, Bruce and I were working on it quite a bit yesterday. Okay, I'm just gonna smudge this a little. Kathy made my chicken wings with lemon. My grandson loves that. Amazing. My girlfriend Frankie made those too. So we had my girlfriend Sidel and Siavash, her husband, up for, we just had a fun hang girls' day and went out for a great dinner. Sidel is an amazing cook, and I wanted the two of us to have some time together, not in the kitchen. So we actually went out and we had such a nice time. And she has been my best friend since we were 14, 15 years old. And we've been through a lot together. So that was super fun. And she's the one who brought me these gorgeous flowers. I'm just gonna peek here, see if anything's happening. It's like this paste. What color do you color your hair? Tammy, I have my hair professionally colored by Liz Young, and she is at Flore, F-L-O-R-E salon in Los Angeles. And I should go in every 2 weeks, but I stretch it to every 3 weeks. But what I love about Liz is that she makes my brunette, she makes it look really natural, like it has natural dimension, which is how my hair used to look when I, you know, had natural highlights. And I found sometimes that when I was going to other people, my hair would have this uniform, very like too dark, and it was too much of a contrast with my skin tone. So I like, she's able to do it in a way that it just looks more dimensional. And anyone who's in LA, I'm happy to give you her contact info. She's amazing, and she's just also a wonderful human. Hi, Diana. No, we didn't miss you. Okay, so you guys, questions for me? let me know. Do you have any cooking questions from something that I've made? Do you have any personal questions? I'm here. I'm here to spill the tea. We're talking about, if you came in late, we're talking about treating yourself as nicely as you treat other people in your life. Look at this. These gorgeous peonies. Maybe, just maybe, you can buy yourself maybe 3 or 5 peonies this week and enjoy this process. So what's amazing is that when they start pink like this, as they fade, they kind of change colors. They're so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. I can't even. The large mirror that you have done lives in front of, is that a family heirloom or store-bought? May, it is an antique. It was an antique that I got when we were moving into our last house. And it is one of the few pieces that made it here with me. It's from France, and I love the color of it, and I love the carvings on it. It's so pretty. Palm Springs SMS, beyond beautiful. Nancy said, they remind me of Suzanne. Absolutely. I want a lipstick the color of those flowers. That would be a good lipstick. Do you ever see Alan? We saw Alan a couple months ago, and we're going to see him in June for his birthday. You know, he's out in Palm Springs and we're here, and we make sure that we get together at least once a quarter. Are you still using HRT? I remember you saying you stopped the progesterone a while back. No, I have not stopped progesterone. I am still using HRT, and I will tell you, it has changed quite a bit for me. I didn't think, because I've always been on hormones, I didn't think menopause was really going to be a thing for me. But when your body actually zeroes out of making estrogen, there is definitely a change. So I'm still finding, you know, that adjustment, and then I found it, and, you know, as Suzanne would say, I found that sweet spot, and then it dipped again. I was having I've never had hot flashes. I was having hot flashes. So, you know, it's a constant balance of going back to your doctor and explaining what your symptoms are, and not being gaslit into being told like, oh, that's normal, or, oh, it's not normal. We have things to fix this now. And now they're not taboo. Those kind of hormone fluctuations can happen after you have a baby. They can happen in perimenopause. They certainly happen in menopause. And there has not been enough research done in women's health to give us a standard that is good for everyone. And it's super frustrating to me that we don't have better advice. And the advice that one person gives you is different than the advice another person gives you. So yes, I am still using estrogen and progesterone, and I always will. It's just the amount that becomes in question. I have a question. Your recommendations. I'm in the middle of getting a good sharp knife. So important. Better to have one great chef's knife than a block full of not great knives. I will send you a link. Hold on. I'm trying to see where that. Send me a DM, and I'm going to send you a link to the knives that I am really liking right now. Is Bunny? Yes, Bunny is here, Sherry. You want to see a little Bunny? Bunny. She's napping. I'll go get her in a second. The girls are doing great. Violet is on a big adventure, and Camellia is at home, and I'm loving being able to see her frequently. She and her boyfriend are coming to dinner on Sunday. My daughter's perimenopause is god awful. I didn't have any of that. You know, it can be very different for different people, but perimenopause is no joke. Women don't realize how early they can benefit from getting, sometimes you need estrogen, usually progesterone first. And because perimenopause, your hormones do this, which is harder to find the right dosage on things. Okay, Angela needs some good knives too. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna post a link for the knives that I'm liking on my story after you see this. Looking for more questions here. Are you planning to include breakfast recipes? That's so interesting. I don't eat breakfast, and I don't make a lot of breakfast because I have an intolerance to eggs. I love eating eggs more than anything, but I don't do a lot of breakfast recipes. So I will think about it. As I'm getting started right now, I kind of have a backlog of things to do, but I do have a few good ones that I could definitely share. I have a decent knife. Honestly, I'm afraid I'm going to cut my finger off if I have a better one. Judy, the thing is, a dull knife is more dangerous to use than a sharp knife. So that is where sometimes we feel like a sharp knife is more dangerous. It's actually more dangerous to have a dull knife because it should be really easy to slide through whatever it is you're cutting. Does Leanne Citron do your hair? Leanne is incredible, and she has been at the same salon that my colorist is now at. So I saw her last time I was there. I love Leanne. She has such incredible taste. She is an amazing, just everything aesthetic that she does is so beautiful. So when I saw her, next time I have to have my hair cut, she will probably give me a trim. But my color is done by Liz, and they are both at Floor. A lot of you talking about the fact that you can't take hormones because of cancer or certain medical conditions, which is why we need alternatives, right? May said, I'm curious about spaghetti squash versus pasta. Totally different things, spaghetti squash versus pasta. It's a great way to have a low carb option. So I like it every now and then. I mean, I love my pasta, so I am going to eat my pasta. I have friends who, will say, the gluten-free is the same as the regular. Not for me. I can't do that. Okay, Rebecca is saying that she bought a knife off of the link that I sent her. She said it was $150, well worth it. It makes a big difference, doesn't it? Do you think that women should take hormones after a complete hysterectomy? Yes, hallelujah, amen. Unless you have a medical condition that your doctor says is not a good fit. Yeah, see, I have all kinds of people saying, my doctor said absolutely never estrogen. Other doctors say absolutely estrogen. Others say only bioidentical. Others say, no, my new doctor is saying, no, it has to be the patch because the patch is the only one that gives you an even distribution. You never know with a cream if it's blended differently. I tell you, you have to trust your doctor. How did you find out about your intolerance to eggs? Well, Francesca, every time I would eat them, I would fall asleep. So it would conk me out like, wow, I need to take a nap. But eggs carry a lot of pathogens. So I do find if I get really farm fresh eggs, like the ones that I get at the farmer's market that have just been taken out of the chicken coop, and they're not, they're made from chickens that get to run around and they aren't stuck in feedlots or all of those things, it is a little bit better. And I love aioli, I love eggs, I love hard-boiled eggs, I love soft-boiled eggs, I love poached eggs, I love fried eggs. I love things with eggs, but I will eat a baked good every now and then, and I will, I'll use certain things every now and then with eggs just because I love them so much. Chia is a substitute for eggs when soaked in water. Yes, my daughters do that. Sandra said she was just diagnosed with osteoporosis. Oh, shocked. What to do? I can't tell you what to do once you have osteoporosis, but preventing it is the reason that we've always talked about a good quality calcium supplement. And then once you actually have osteoporosis, you have to work with your doctor on the medications that are right for you and what you can do to keep it from progressing. But Sandra, you are strong. You're going to be just fine. Will you teach us how to make homemade eggplant parmesan? Sure. Caroline's knives make the best cutting sound. You know what? People are into that. It's called ASMR, where when you just hear the chopping or the slicing or the drizzle of the people are into it. It can be a kink too. I found that if I eat them sunny side up, they upset my stomach less. Even more. Yeah, the more raw. Okay, a few of you are asking for eggplant parm. The only reason I will make eggplant parm, I don't generally like eggplant because it can get very slimy, but when I make it, I do it thin and I show you how to make sure that it's not slimy. It gets nice and toasty and crispy, and then it's quite good. Bruce had an unfortunate stepmother for some formative years in his life on his dad's side, and she made a lot of eggplant and bell pepper things, and to this day he can't. That's bell pepper, eggplant, yogurt. She did a lot of Greek cooking, but not good. It was more like casserole kind of cooking. So he has a little bit of trauma with eggplant and with bell peppers, but I can make them taste good for him. Okay, you guys, should we see how this is? Okay, a lot of you asking for the knives. Okay, I'm gonna see how our pot is doing. How many minutes has it been? Maybe 15. I am gonna put some gloves on. Okay. Pretty peonies, you've got to take a back seat now to this. Can you guys see? Okay. I'm gonna pull this up. Agitate a bit. We're going to see if the internet trick works or if it's just a bunch of malarkey. So far, I'm going to say malarkey. It smells not great either. That vinegar. I wonder if it's because I don't have the good dish soap, or I don't have the toxic dish soap. Maybe I need sodium lauryl sulfate to make it work. This is really not working at all, guys. I need to go get that blue dish soap. Yeah, Blue Dawn, baking soda and vinegar. You guys are saying this is not happening here. I mean, do I even bother leaving this on here? Hi, Andrea. Good to see you too. Cream of tartar and baking soda. Well, this did not work. I'm telling you that. There is no clean pan here. It's a sign. It's a sign that says keep all of your wonderful cooking memories from all of the amazing dishes you've made in this pot. I'm going to rinse it, but you're not going to see a damn thing. Nope, nothing. And there it is, clean as ever. Look at that. Nope. Okay, good. You all said you liked the patina anyway. All right, you guys. Well, Francesca, I know. Do I bother trying this with Dawn soap? I guess I'm gonna go get my Dawn soap. Be good for something, not ingesting. I like the stuff from Le Cuisinart. Oh, I think you meant Le Creuset. Cleaner for stainless. Baking soda, and it had baking soda and vinegar. That was on it. Would you consider white vinegar and baking soda? That was on there. it just also had dish soap. All right, well, I'm gonna do my own experiment with the blue dish soap, and I will let you know. You guys, I'm back on Thursday. We're gonna cook 5 p.m. Pacific. It's gonna be great. My hair will be dyed. It won't be curly, but that's our show. Thanks for joining me. You remember the message for today is treat yourself to some gorgeous peonies. Even if it's one, go get yourself one or get 3. Look how beautiful they are. Be happy to have one of these in a vase in your home. All right, love you guys. Talk soon. Bye.